19 Quicktime Sprint Car Series drivers make it out to the Cedar Lake Speedway this evening for tonight's edition of the A&B Outdoors Quicktime Sprint Car Series Ironman 55, the longest race of the season, a 55-lap feature, is what tonight entails. I'm Kelan Belsha, joined by my friend Shane DiMantova as we get ready for our great night of action. A long night. Last night it was Cody Meadows who got his season started off on the right foot in the 55-lap feature victory, trying to replicate it this evening, but Andrew May trying to get some revenge from last Monday night.
Yeah, definitely think that 31 car is going to be hungry for sure, and I honestly wouldn't count out Cody too either. He really got his momentum started at this race last season and kind of picked it up from there. So I'm hoping, at least Meadows Nation out there is hoping that he can get that done again and replicate that.
Yeah, Meadows at that point last season representing the AOD racing team where he got his first win of the season. This season now supporting the Ryan Billy Racing colors, trying to get them their first win of the season and hopefully his as Dirtman Photography qualifying trudges on this evening from the Cedar Lake Speedway, getting closer and closer to pre-race festivities this evening. Do we have National Anthem pulled up?
I think we're ready for it.
Yeah. Let's go down trackside for tonight's anthem. Back at the Cedar Lake Speedway, Dirtman Photography qualifying continuing this evening from the Cedar Lake Speedway. I'm slowly loading into the session. Had a bit of internet issues on my end, Shane. That's on me. So, who's on top of qualifying right now?
We got a lot of surprises so far, to say the least. Everybody's finished up qualifying here as Connor Dudak will receive the Dirtman Photography Quicktime Award winning qualifying lap with an 11.005, just topping out Aiden Forrester and Cameron Cohn for top three, and not too far behind him in fourth is Cody Meadows. But big surprise once again is possibly going into a slump is Andrew May, who is last on the charts and finishes that way. He says that he hit the wall in his last lap, so he's definitely going to have to start deep here and last in his heat. He's got some work to do in that 31 car.
Yeah, that lap right there, if you related to me correctly, will be a new track record, topping out Cody Meadows' lap from July 2021 by a full 10th. But how about that? Aiden Forrester, we're so used to him qualifying so well, but how about Cameron McCone? His qualifying has never been his strong suit, but how about him sitting there third on the board? You got J.P. Schroeder in fifth back there, Joey Robinson sixth, Darcy Stonehouse in his debut sitting there in the seventh position. A lot of surprises up front and a lot of fast guys a little bit further back.
Yeah, including Andrew May. He went slow time. We're used to hearing
Yeah.
that 31M go quick time. We got him going slow time.
When was the last time we heard him ever go slow time? Carlin Cure also with a poor qualifying effort. As we have 3 heats this evening as we get ready to set your grid for our first of 3 USA Roller Coasters heat races. On pole, driving a number 7 machine from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, it's the dude, Exotic Tilting Wrecking Predator, Connor Dudek. And to his that side, driving a number 1 machine from Ryan Billy Racing in Martinsville, Virginia, it's the Mud Digger, Cody Meadows.
Rolling off there in the third spot, and the number 72 there. That's Exo Consulting rookie, our competitor from Madeira, Australia, Darcy Stonehouse. So welcome to him and to his outside, very familiar face, Tuesday or Monday night's winner. Yeah, Monday night's winner. And the number 39 car there from MFK Speed Labs in Boston, New York. It's Aiden Kirker.
Driving a number 22 machine for Rylan Gray's Racing's tutoring from Middletown, New York. It's Brandon Stewart. Into his outside drive and a 007 machine for Clickerman Sport from Charlotte, North Carolina. Exo Consulting Ranking competitor Carlin Cure.
And rounding out the field there, big surprise of the night so far is number 31M from Bedford, Pennsylvania, Andrew May and Kelan. This is a really stacked heat here. Number of wins in this field is huge.
Yeah, you got, my goodness, Cody, Aiden, and Andrew. Those are the three winningest drivers in this series, and only three can make it into the feature. A lot of good drivers here, so we'll see who can make it into the feature and who needs to work their way in this evening. Green flag in the air, underway in the first heat of the evening. Cody Meadows sticking on the outside of Connor Dudek as they battle off of turn two. Kirker got a little bit wide back there, but the top two stay side by side as the MFK, sorry, that's not Forster, Darcy Stonehouse got up into Kirker, and they go up in the fence. Meanwhile, Connor Dudek takes the heat lead away. Carlin Cure from sixth, now going for the race lead as Cody Meadows and Andrew May make contact back there. Meadows came down on him, spun himself out, and now Brandon Stewart in third. Dudek and Cure leading this heat.
Man, this has been a crazy heat for sure, and all those guys that have the most wins in the series, those top three guys are all out. Amazing how things work out.
And so three guys who have never won in this series sit 1, 2, 3 right now. Connor Dudek, who has been very fast this season, unfortunately missed Monday night, but is looking to try and get his first career win. Carlin Cure, we saw him make his debut at Kokomo, one of two iRacing World of Outlaws drivers in this field, along with Rylan Gray, making his second start of the night. Unfortunately, did not have the luck he wanted at Kokomo, but now working on Connor Dudek, trying to take that heat lead away. 2 laps to go here from Cedar Lake.
2 laps to go. We'll see what the pro can do against the dude here as they take the white flag. 1 lap to go. Here comes Cure on the outside. He's got a huge run possibly here on the 7 car of Dudek. Dudek slams the door shut here coming to the line. He will hold him off. Connor Dudek wins heat number 1 after his quick time. Carlin Cure second. Brandon Stewart third, taking that last transfer position as Dudek and Cure head to the dash, and May, Kirker, Meadows, Stonehouse, and I think that's it. All 4 of those guys will go to that LCQ. Be made.
Yeah, Cure had something building up on the outside, but Dudek kind of didn't cut him much slack. So here we go. Second heat of the evening. On pole, driving a number 20 machine for MFK Speed Lab and Cass City, Michigan. It's the Iceman, Aiden Forster. And to his outside, driving a number 27 machine from Marysville, Ohio. Exo Consulting competitor, JP Schroeder.
Rolling off there in the third spot. That's Exo Consulting rookie, our competitor in the 055, Hayden Harvey. And to his outside in the number 3 there from Daytona Beach, Florida in MFK Speed Labs. It's the Gator, JJ Hill.
Rolling off in the 5th position, driving the number 52 machine from Winfield, Missouri. It is the birthday boy, Mason Coffey, and to his outside drive, Porky Pig, birthday boy.
Porky Pig.
Yep, happy birthday. And to his outside, driving the 04 machine for JDR Esports, Exo Consulting competitor, Cam Martin. Of course, Forster, he's been a great qualifier as the season progresses, but we really, I mean, it's showed in his results that he has struggled once the track slickens up to find speed, while his other teammates seem to find it. So Forster continually trying to improve. He runs a lot of laps on putting up a bunch of Cedar Lake hosteds earlier in the day. See if that will pay off for him. Hayden Harvey back there in the 055 making his debut. Goes by Spike, his nickname, so see what he can do. Green flag in the air. We are underway in this second heat of the evening. Forster going to slide up in front of JP, try to take the top spot away, and he will do so successfully. Harvey trying to get a run to the inside of JP. JJ Hill in the 3 machine trying to get to the outside of Harvey, but the top 3 get single filed out. Now it'll be Cam Martin to the inside of JJ Hill for that 4th position as they come. It's a complete lap number 2. Forster in control.
Mason Coffey there was catching up to Cam Martin, but slips back just a little bit as that was for the 5th spot. Hill and The two drivers behind him that I just mentioned begin to slip back just a little bit from Hayden Harvey, who currently holds down that transfer position in third. Harvey got really high up in there in 1 and 2, but it actually works for him. Huge run here for the 055. He's going to hit a slider on JP, and they're side by side now for second.
Great crossover move by JP, but it wasn't enough there, as Harvey really did a great move, kind of a very smart move. Went up there, kind of tapped the outside wall with his right rear, and he got
Just
so
like
much
that.
off the corner. Yeah, right there. And you'd think at any other track that wouldn't work, as Harvey got really sideways there off the corner, almost clipped Forster, but he is being very smart with how he's controlling his race car right now. There you see him get really close to the wall, then cut down, try to get the speed off the corner. I feel like the track is a little too tacky for that right now, but he is making it work as the white flag's in the air. Forster got one more trying to hang on to this heat.
Yeah, and Forster kind of noted what he saw Harvey doing there and kind of follows. It's an interesting move here. As Harvey now with the last-ditch effort, but it won't be enough. Forster barely holds him off, but yeah, Forster kind of did what Harvey was doing in 1 and 2, and it kind of worked out for him. It'd be interesting to see if anybody else does it.
JP's the other driver making the feature tonight, as this track's going to get really slick as the night progresses. It's going to be fun to watch as we get ready for our third and final heat. How about this guy right here? Had a great qualifying effort, seeing what he can do tonight. Shocker it would be if he could get up there and contend for the race win this evening. On pole, driving a number 4 machine from Asheville, North Carolina, and MFK Speed Lab is the Asheville Attitude Cameron McCone. And to his outside, driving a number 33 machine from Mooresville, North Carolina, it's the hot rod Joey Robinson.
Robinson making his return to the series, but we'll look one row back behind him there as we have the 09 from Ryland Racing's tutoring Superior, Wisconsin. That's the high flyer Anthony Woodhull. The two's outside the driver, the number 17 from Sylvania, Ohio, Tyler Now.
And then rolling off in the 5th position was supposed to be Bo Krebs, but I do not believe he's made the field. Aaron Trotter will be rounding out the field in the 5th position, as Krebs will be rounding out the here. Trying to see what they can do in the dash, or the heat here. Cam McCone got a really good qualifying effort, trying to make his first dash. Trying to go for his first career win, as is the driver with the most quick time starts and no wins. So imagine what it would be. There'd be a party in MFKville, party in Asheville.
Yeah, he'll definitely have a party.
Especially in the longest race of the year. How crazy that would be. He's been knocking on the door for a while trying to get that done. So we'll see what he can do tonight, leading us to the green here in this heat. Green flag back in the air as Tyler No got a big jump on the outside. I'm not sure if that will be legal, but it looks like he doesn't gain any spots from it. But here comes Robinson, now charging to the inside of McCone. He'll take that spot away. Joey has been very active in the Discord this week, talking about how confident he is in Cedar Lake and how fast he feels like he can be here if he gets the right conditions going. Meanwhile, back behind him, McCone clips Woodhull, spins Woodhull around. As Tyler Nose takes the second spot away, here comes Aaron Trotter, now trying to work on that 4 machine.
McCone begins to fall back after starting in that first position. Robinson, however, started to his outside, begins to run away with this race lead here as they just about reach halfway in heat number 3.
Trotter trying to work to the inside, get that transfer spot away. Tyler No trying to run down Joey Robinson in that top position, as Robinson, again, a guy who's been very confident about this Cedar Lake track this weekend. Really trying to get those levels up in the Discord too. Up, out in front.
See trying to beat everybody.
Yeah, trying to flex his muscles, trying to get that first career win if he could get it tonight. What a show that would be.
And nobody's really going up high in 1 and 2 like we just saw in that last heat, which is kind of interesting. Like right up against that fence here is Robinson takes the white flag.
And now through 3 and 4, Joey Robinson is going to come win this heat. Tyler No gets that second spot.
McCone barely edges out Trotter. Great battle there for the final transfer position here in this heat. And now we're got our B main. And we got the big unit starting on the front row with the guy he said if he beats him, he's quitting iRacing forever.
Oh, wow.
JJ Hill.
How about that? High stakes here. 10 laps here in the B main. As we get ready on pole, the number 31M of Andrew May, making his second straight B main. When was the last time that happened? It feels like it's been forever. And to his outside, driving a number 3 machine, it's J.J. Hill.
Now to your second row there in the third spot. Driver we just saw there, the number 46 car of Aaron Trotter with the MFK Speed Lab driver Aiden Kirker lining up behind his 2 teammates on the front row in the 4th spot.
And it's Cam Martin in 5th, Anthony Woodhull 6th, Cody Meadows 7th, Mason Coffey 8th, Bo Krebs and Darcy Stonehouse rounding out the field this evening. So Andrew May, of course, those 5 in a row, now in 2 straight B mains. He talked about how important it was to stack those points early in the season because stuff like this happens, and very smart, because that's exactly what he has to do. Build those points up early. In the first few races, already had a 75. Whoa.
Whoa, boys. Come on, man.
Come on.
Green flag. And we're going. Man, what a wonky start, but they're racing.
Yeah, I think JJ and Andrew are messing with each other and almost wrecked each other, so that would have been horrible.
Come on, boys.
But now it's Andrew May into the race lead. Aaron Trotter in 2nd. It's Aiden Kirker leading the bottom pack back there. Cam Martin also working back there. Really a stacked LCQ this evening as Kirker pulls up in front of Woodhull. Woodhull gives him the spot. And Martin wrecking. Yeah. Bo Krebs tagged them. Everybody else gets going pretty easy after that. It's Stonehouse and Coffey for that transfer spot back there, but Martin's night is going to come to an end after that.
Birthday boy working in that 7th spot. As I wanted to mention, him and Meadows, both those drivers started in the 4th row. I definitely want to keep my eyes on them, especially Meadows after winning here last season, as Hill tried for a crossover move or a slider on the 46 car of Trotter, but Trotter does not allow that happen as he crosses him back over, and here comes Hill once again. The Florida native going at it for that 2nd spot in the B main.
Yeah, J.J. Hill, another driver who has yet to win in this series, but he leads the all-time.
Back there.
That's Meadows up and over, and Anthony Woodhull in trouble. And now J.J. Hill and Aaron Trotter are wrecking. Trotter is flipped upside down, and it's going to be interesting to see how iRacing scores this. It might be from where they were, but I think we may have 7 keeping going. It's an MFK 1, 2, 3, or it was. Mason Coffey now in 3rd, Hill 4th, Krebs 5th, and Meadows 6th. Meanwhile, Trotter and Woodhull are both behind the wall with 2 laps to go. Trotter wrecked further down the racetrack than Woodhull. So right now he's in. 1 to go.
1 lap to go for Andrew May. He'll make his way back into the feature event after his little catastrophe earlier in the week here, as he looks to get his night started. Hopefully in the right direction. He's going to win it here and go for a little flip. So everybody else.
My goodness. Yeah.
Andrew May.
Trotter.
Oh, sorry,
good. Trotter's going to be last driver in because he wrecked later than Woodhull did. So, unfortunate way to go out there for Woodhull. But here comes the lineup for the Fast Pass Dash this evening. On pole, it's going to be Connor Dudek, Aiden Forster 2nd, Joey Robinson 3rd, Carlin Cure 4th, Hayden Harvey 5th, and Tyler Nose 6th. And that will be how they line up here.
I'm excited to see Dudek go back at it with Cure on that front row, as well as Harvey. I want to see what Harvey can do in that 55 machine. He was ripping it up there in 1 and 2. I want to see if he can do that again, maybe get another huge run like we saw in the 2nd heat.
Yep, getting ready to line up here for tonight's dash. Getting ready for dash action here. Those 6 drivers trying to make it into tonight's, get their starting position boosted, I mean. Gonna be 6 laps here for these guys.
It's okay, we knew what you meant. Or at least I did.
Yeah. Well, coming to the green here. Dudek gonna lead them. Forster 2nd, Robinson 3rd. As these guys try to set their spot in tonight's feature action in about 15-20 minutes. So here we go. The green flag gonna wave, and we are underway in tonight's Fast Pass Dash. Forster gets a nice run off the top of Dudek. Dudek running the bottom. But Forster trying to take the top spot. They stay pretty even now. Coming to complete lap number 1. Still deadlocked for the race lead.
Forster, oh, a
Oh,
little bit of contact there with Dudek. That'll send Dudek sliding and into the 6th position. From first to worst goes Dudek, as now Forster has a mirrorful of the pro right behind him.
Carlin Cure trying to make a move on Aiden Forster, who immediately made the apology to Connor Dudek, and
Oh,
unfortunately, an apology is not going to help that. But Dudek, is that him keeping his car going back there?
that was Robinson. Robinson was battling up there with Harvey. Is
Yeah, but
now,
that 7 car, he's still out there.
yeah, he's kept it going. These guys sort themselves all out, and Aiden Forster doing a great job of holding off there the 007 of Carlin Cure, as he just set down a fast lap here, and Cure is 2nd place behind Forster and Harvey 3rd.
This is the white flag lap. Cure trying to make a move on Forster. Forster out front. And looks like he's going to hang on. Not by very much, though. Forster wins the Fast Pass Dash. Cure 2nd. The 055 in 3rd. The 17 in 4th. The 7 in 5th. Joey Robinson rounds out the Fast Pass Dash lineup. So,
I know this thing's over.
Yeah, I mean, they should. I told them.
They're just getting that extra practice in.
Yeah. Well, let me tell these boys that I'm about to throw up another session.
Gonna head to a quick intermission. Possibly might get an interview. Not 100% sure there, but yeah, we'll come back in a couple minutes with our brand new session.
back at Cedar Lake. It's a 55-lap feature to square everything away. Going to be our longest feature of the season. The track's going to be slick, and these drivers are anticipating some fun. Our pole sitter this evening, as we welcome you back to Cedar Lake, is Aiden Forster, as we are shortly going to get a word with him this evening, and very shortly here. So, I'm Kelan. This is my buddy Shane, and we got feature action on the horizon.
Yeah, getting word with Forrester momentarily.
Gonna drag Forster in here. He's starting on pole. Hey, Aiden, it's Kelan and Demuth. You got us.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, you have started up front. You're no stranger to starting up front. You've been very strong when it comes to qualifying well and getting through your heat well, but then it seems about the time the Fast Pass Dash happens, your night has simply started to fall off. Ready to roll off on pole? What's the key to beating your real fast teammates and some of this other competition?
Patience. 100% patience. I mean, this first half is just clicking down the laps, you know? There's no reason to be racing each other right now. If someone gets you, just, in my books, I would just let them go. Because it's not worth risking it when you've got another 30-lap segment after this. So patience, definitely.
Right, well, that is the name of the game, patience this evening. Well, going for your first career win. I mean, you won a late model championship, and it seems like these sprint car wins have just avoided you. So if you find a way to get in there and do it tonight, what are you going to celebrate with?
Oh, definitely there's going to be a party in the MFK Discord. Because this sprint car win has just been way too close. Too many seconds, too many thirds, too many P2s. It gets frustrating. Yeah, too many P2s especially. I mean, it gets a little frustrating, but I mean, look, you can't do anything about it.
Except win. So that's going to be the goal tonight. Get out there and win. Good luck tonight, Aiden. Hopefully we get to talk to you a little bit later.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir. Aiden Forster, P2 boy, trying to get out there and get his first career win tonight. And what an emotional night that would be for him if he finds a way to get it. All of our drivers have made it to the field this evening as we get ready for feature action from the Cedar Lake Speedway. I might have to dip out of the booth and yell at them and get them oriented on the racetrack, Shane. So if I'm not talking here in the 4 wide, you know why.
It's all right. I can handle myself. Put my big boy pants on and get my boots all dirty and get ready for some, sprint car racing. Yeah.
Minute away from feature action. Well, Shane, we got a stacked field.
Yeah, let's put our picks in.
Put our picks in?
Yeah.
All right. Well, my pick's starting a little bit deeper in the field, but this is the perfect race to be starting deep in the field because guess what, Shane? It's the longest race.
Bingo!
55 laps. Track's going to get real slick, and that is when the drivers come out to play. You got to look at guys like Carlin Cure, the pro, making his first feature event of the season. I think he's going to be a guy to watch out for. Cody Meadows, defending winner here. But a guy who had bad luck at last week and the start of this week, I'm picking Andrew May, starting back there in the 10th position. I think he's going to get with the win. No repeats.
All right, I'm going to go in a completely different direction, kind of pick some different people in the field here. I like Cody Meadows, like we mentioned, got his first win of the season here last time. I didn't know JJ made the race until now, so congrats to him. But anyways,
13th.
Yeah. I like Forrester too, and obviously you can't count out May either, but I Dark Horse definitely going to go Mason Coffee. I like Coffee and his chances here at Cedar Lake.
Yeah, birthday boy trying to get a good run. I think also a dark horse, if enough craziness happens tonight, Cameron McCone. This was his best track last season. He picked up a 5th place finish on speed. It's not like people wrecked out. He got up there and straight up got a top 5. Very good at 305s at this racetrack as well. So here we go. Feature action. I'm going to go get them set up. If you want to run through the starting lineup, it's in series announcements.
I'd love to. We'll get ready for your feature race here from the Cedar Lake Speedway as Kelan goes to get those guys set up. Here we go. Your pole sitters, the number 20 car there of Aiden Forrester, and to his outside is the 007 of Carlin Cure. And starting in the 3rd spot there on the inside of the front row is Hayden Harvey. and he's got the number 17T of Tyler. No, outside of him, 5th rounding out your top 5 in the number 7 will be Connor Dudek, who grabbed the quick time earlier. As you can see the rest of that field scroll across the top of your screen, and they'll begin momentarily for your favorite 4 wide salute, the fan favorite. We want to know your predictions, so put them down in the YouTube chat here below. We'd love to hear you from you guys at home, and as usual, thank you for joining us here. It's always a pleasure to have people like you come out and support these drivers, no matter if they're family, friends, sponsors of you or what. But here we go. Momentarily, we will start the longest race of the Quicktime Sprint Car Series season, 55 laps, 55 miles from the Cedar Lake Speedway.
I'm back, Shane. So
hey,
they're lined up. They're back in order, ready to
go
go racing.
Yeah,
they're gonna split.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. The greatest sight in all Quicktime, the Dirt Track USA 4 wide salute. What a sight.
My favorite sight.
Favorite sight. Beautiful sight. Longest race of the season, the Ironman 55. Gonna be a great race, that's for sure.
It's gonna be a fantastic race. They're having fun out there.
Yep.
Kelan, I know
Big
your mom is an Andrew May fan, so I know who she's rooting for. That's her guy right there.
Yeah, big shout out to all our supporters in the chat. Saw Kenneth Bueno in there,
Yeah,
saw my
the
mom,
one and
saw
only.
Emma, saw a lot of great guys out there.
Forrester
supporting
was
us
in
this
here
week.
earlier, our pole sitter.
So these guys are ready to go racing. Here we go. Feature action from Cedar Lake. I got May. Who do you got? Meadows, Coffee. You got a lot of picks. You have to single it on one guy.
Okay, I'm going one pick. Kind of put me on it here. I'm going to stick with Forrester. I think he's going to get it done. He was one of my picks, so yeah, Forrester for me.
We'll see what he can do. Feature action from Cedar Lake, the Ironman 55. It's going to be a challenging racetrack. The track's going to be very slick, but these guys are up for the task. 55 laps around Cedar Lake are about to get underway. We are green from Cedar Lake. It's a big early charge for the 007 of Kelan Cure. He leads the opening lap. Forster slips back to second. Hayden Harvey sitting in the 3rd spot as Connor Dudek right there in 4th. He gets up there. Tyler No actually takes 4th. Dudek 5th. There you see Robinson, Stewart, JP battle it out right there. The top seems to be the way to go. Bottom struggling in the early stages. Andrew May up to the 9th position back there. Dudek's flipping and a big wreck.
Oh boy, that caught up a lot of contenders, it looks like, including Andrew May, and that 7 car is absolutely destroyed.
And Robinson not pleased. See right there.
How could you blame him?
I didn't see what happened. We're going to get a look here, but I believe Andrew May might have been lucky enough to netcode through that same case for Brandon Stewart, so I don't see much damage on them at all. Probably got a 4X, but...
Gonna see Dudek here with the white wing there, as well as kind of the pinkish car there. He caught the fence, and a couple guys lucky enough, Robinson included, and one other driver. Who was that?
It looked like May. May, Coffee, they all made it through.
Yeah, then there's Robinson obviously showing his displeasure. Try to find one more angle of that shortly. As Dudek...
Lights just went out on pace car.
Never mind.
Yeah, rather wreck.
Dudek,
right now, though.
Yeah, Dudek will receive the end of the line penalty for his fault to the caution.
And Dudek, he's going to have to hope for a caution-filled first 25 laps here, because if he can stay on the lead lap, he gets a brand new car on lap 26. So that's going to be his goal. Kelan Cure shoots out to the race lead. Aiden Forster in second. Hayden Harvey takes that 2nd spot away. Down to the bottom goes Forster. And Forster tags Harvey. And they're spinning out down in the infield. Nobody else.
Oh,
right
Harvey caught a piece from Robinson. Oh, boy.
Harvey apologizing over the radio as Forster's front wing is gone. Looking at Dirt Track USA replay, see what happened there. It looked like Harvey got really sideways as Forster cut it down to the bottom, maybe trying to defend it. I believe the 1 out of 3 will be assessed to the 055 right there. Way to look here. Forster's front wing. Still there, actually.
We'll find an angle for you guys here. They're battling for the second spot right here, just off the restart.
Forster cuts back down to the bottom here. There goes Harvey. Maybe a bit of net code there, but I think that is Harvey coming down on Forster.
And then Robinson just came in last minute, clipping him.
Yeah. So Harvey gets the end of line right there.
Forster, my pick. Already.
Yeah, already in trouble.
Yep.
I don't want to push your buttons or anything, but my pick's already up in third, so.
Oh, aren't you special?
Yeah, I know it. There's Mason Coffee up there as well, so see what these guys can do.
Hey, I said
Flying back. Yeah, he was your dark horse, so we'll see what he can do. As No hits the fence right there, running in the second spot, gets up there.
Oh, Kirker with a piece.
Going?
Hill.
Kirker tags him. Hill's into him. Caution immediately out again.
Man.
Cautions breed cautions, and this is good news for a guy like Dudek who has a tore-up race car. Remember, if these guys can all stay on the lead lap, we all have clean race cars.
Which is good for
laps.
Forrester, Harvey, Dudek, Robinson. Here's yep, just got too high on into the entry of the corner, and Kirker with nowhere to go. Hill doesn't have enough time to react.
Yeah, Noah's pulled it behind the fence, so if he goes a lap down, that would be his night, and he just disconnected, so that will be his night.
On board with the Daytona Beach, Florida native J.J. Hill, and you can see him up, but then just no time to react or go.
They're going to have to hope these next 20 laps stay relatively clean for that 39 as well, Kirker. How about Andrew May? That guy, he went last in qualifying, started in the back in his heat, made it through the B-main, and now he's up in second already.
Yeah, if we can pick a hard charger ourselves, it'd definitely be this guy.
Yeah, you know something? He's never won a hard charger award. He's always talking about how he's never won one before. We'll see tonight by the end of this thing if he gets it. Green flag back in the air. Carlin Cure with a great jump. Andrew May sitting there in second. Mason Coffey third. How about Cam McCone up there in fourth? But Aaron Trotter trying to take that spot away from him. He will do so. Bo Krebs trying to take the top 5 from him.
Cody Meadows also
contact. Yeah, Meadows charging. One of your picks. So one of them. One of half the field. So
he's got Santa's sleigh right in front of him now.
The Grinch. There goes Krebs. He's on the bottom. He cracks into the top 5 this evening. Carlin Cure maintaining his 1 second advantage here. Mason Coffey in third. Trotter, Krebs round out the top 5. Krebs having a nice little run. Considers himself a late model guy. And up there, ripping in the sprint car. Cody Meadows trying to take his top 5 spot away from him, though.
Yeah, speaking of a sprint car guy, we haven't seen Forrester's good little buddy out here recently. Speaking of Forrester, he caught the fence there. He's in 13th spot. But it's been all Carlin Cure so far after grabbing that lead from the 20 car.
Yeah, Cure, of course, much like Rylan Gray, one of the iRacing pros, drives for the Parker Kligerman, who is a NASCAR driver, drives for his team on the dirt side of things. Awesome to have him come up and join us here. Andrew May, though, he's probably a guy who doesn't quite enjoy it.
Hey, how about my other pick, though? Sorry to interrupt, but Mason Coffey, top 3. Happy birthday, like we mentioned to him, and great run for Coffey.
Oh, and crashing. I just flashed back, and we have a crash. Aiden Kirker involved. Looks like JP also involved.
JP, shut it on top.
What? Yeah, I don't know how to say it either. That is a big break for what's his name? Forrester and Robinson, because they were getting run down by the race leader. That caution just probably saved them if they can make it to these next 11. We do get a Dirt Track USA replay. See what happened here.
started on the or coming out of the corner, coming out of 1 and 2. You can see Kirker. He's got JP right behind him. JP getting the run. I don't know if there wasn't enough room or what. And McCone sneaks by, and one driver catches a piece there. That's Harvey. And they just go up into the fence.
It looked like Kirker may have sneezed JP in the fence.
That will be assessing him that penalty
Yeah.
for the fault of the wreck. So they take the 1 to go signal, the double file back up once again on lap 15 of our first segment of 25 laps. Then they'll reset it, their cars at least, not the field. Reset their cars, get a brand new car, and go at it for the final 25 laps. And we'll crown our winner. Or 30, excuse me, not 25.
Green flag back there.
Jinx.
Boom, 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 boom. Carlin Cure takes the green flag back underway here. Scooting away from Andrew May. May trying to reel him down, see what he can do there as Cody Meadows has moved into the 3rd spot. Race winner of this race last season back in May. We had to fend off Andrew May in May to win that thing.
Hayden Harvey, even without a front wing, he's still wheeling that thing, as now he's going to hopefully slide into the top 5 here if he gets past Beau Krez, which he does. Hayden Harvey in the top 5 with no wing. So I'm interested to see what he can do in the second half, if he can stay on the lead lap and keep his car going forwards with a brand new race car.
I think that's why we have so many torn up race cars that we're seeing no front wings running up in the top 5 now. As we have a damaged Dudek, damaged Hill, damaged Forster, damaged JP, damaged Kirker, damaged Robinson, all rounding out this field.
Battle of the damaged cars.
Yeah. One guy who's had a completely clean start, though, is Carlin Cure up there in the 007. Running kind of a slider line right there, doing what he has to do. 5 to go in this opening segment. As up in front of him is Joy Robinson, which is 8 seconds back. Robinson is exiting 4, and now Cure is exiting 4. Robinson could be on the chopping block with 4 to go here.
Robinson praying that everything goes the way he wants, as he had a moment there coming out of the corners. Now 3 laps to go. Maybe Joey can get a little love from Carlin Cure, the pro. Cure's gap is very sensationally big over Andrew May, but you never know if he wants to eliminate some of his competition here. As you see that gap between him and Robinson, if Robinson goes a lap down here, then he is done for the night.
Yep, coming to the white flag here. This is going to be 1 to go. We'll see if he shows him any mercy.
He might.
Yeah, through 3 and 4, final time here.
Oh, well, it's going to be tight.
Oh, no! Oh.
Carlin Cure will close out the first half in the race lead. Andrew May 2nd, Cody Meadows 3rd, Mason Coffey 4th, Hayden Harvey, who's excited to get a brand new car, in 5th. Cameron Cohn 6th too, another great run as he looks to keep that going into the second half.
Yeah, Cure showing no mercy on these guys as the first half comes to an end. Now getting ready for feature action, have a bit of a warm-up here in case they wanted to take a break here.
Excuse me. Oh man, we've seen a lot so far out on the racetrack.
For sure, as Carlin Cure, so far the dominant car of the evening.
Doesn't look like any drivers. Oh, as I'm saying that, Andrew May's going to hit the track. So let's hop on board with one of the best on the dirt to see what May does behind the wheel.
See him getting up on the top. Watch what he's doing here. Bit of a break here in the action. 25 down. Consider this a bit of an open red session. The more laps they run in this warm-up, the slicker the track will get, though. Have 14 cars making up the feature.
As it will be nice to get a little bit of break halfway, but I like what Andrew May's doing, getting a sense of the racetrack right now, possibly trying out some new things to get around Carlin Cure.
Yeah, he's going to have his work cut out for him if he wants to get around Cure.
As more drivers begin to hit the track, Aaron Trotter you see there, Cameron Cohn getting ready to come out with Cody Meadows sneaking in behind him. JP out there after a very interesting first half as time begins to run out. But I think the guy who really got the advantage from this was Andrew May.
Yeah, May, of course, studying up. He's one of those drivers who loves studying up there, getting better race by race. Now seeing what he can do in tonight's feature. Well, we are already in a feature, but I meant like, you know.
Second half of the feature, yeah.
Second half of the feature.
Yeah, that.
There we go. Well, it'll be Cure, May leading us. In third and fourth, it'll then be Meadows and Coffee, Harvey, McCone, Krebs, Trotter, Dudek, Kirker, Hill, Forster, JP, and Joey. Everybody getting a fresh race car, so any guys who didn't have a front wing or any guys who were turning the wall, turning their wheel 90 degrees to the right there, gonna be pretty crazy.
Halfway down in tonight's feature event, 30 laps left here from the Cedar Lake Speedway. Carlin Cure has been dominant so far in that 007 Clickerman Sport machine. See if he can close it out here in just 30 short laps around this tiny little track.
We've had, let's see here. We've had 20 different winners in the Quicktime iRacing League, and in the Sprint Car Series, we have had 15 of them. So, if Cure is to win tonight, he would be the 16th different winner and 21st in the entire league. So, Cure leading us to green, and we are back underway here from Cedar Lake. 30 to go in the Ironman 55. Cody Meadows slinging to the inside of Andrew May. He takes that second spot away. May trying to get back under. Remember, they had a bit of a run-in the heat earlier in the night. Cody Meadows, of course, the defending winner of this race, trying to keep that title going, trying to reel in Carlin Cure. But here comes May back around the outside of Meadows. Meadows accidentally gave him the top. Hayden Harvey now with a clean race car fighting his way around Cody Meadows for third.
Yeah, Andrew May, we haven't seen him much this season, but he did his signature move around the high side, putting his car where it does not deserve to go, as he got past Cody Meadows for that second spot, and Harvey followed him as now Meadows falls into the clutches of Mason Coffey, the birthday boy.
Yeah, Coffey now trying to make a move for the fourth spot. He said a little bit earlier today, goal tonight's a top 5 for the birthday, so seeing what he can do. It's been a fairly strong start to his season, sitting 7th in the points battle. Cody Meadows sitting 2nd in the points battle to Andrew May, very similar to what we saw last season. Trying to reel down the defending champion. As we've had 3 champions in the Quicktime iRacing League between 2 sprint car seasons and a late model season. And those 3 champions currently sit 1, 2, 3 in points. MFK Speed Lab drivers Aiden Kirker, Cameron McCone round out the top 5. Back to this race, Andrew May trying to reel down Carlin Cure, but he's being pressured by Hayden Harvey in the 55.
Got 2 MFK teammates, actually 3 of them battling out here. McCone, Kirker, and Hill. Kirker, after being involved in that wreck, is very unusual for him, very quiet night. Other than that, as you saw Hill at the fence behind him.
Kirker is one to admit that he does not care for the Cedar Lake Speedway, not his favorite track, so as he powers around his teammate McCone, 1 spot away from a top 10, as Carlin Cure is starting to see the tail end of the field back there in the 007. Trying to reel them down.
There they are.
On board with the Clickerman Sport machine.
Oh, we got Reckon in front of him. That's Bo Krebs. Yep, Krebs in trouble. So you saw it in the vision in the eyes of Carlin, your race leader, that 168 car.
Krebs immediately
got some damage.
He's immediately apologetic over the radio. So seeing the incident what happened here on the Dirt Track USA replay.
Believes he might have got into JP. He was side by side with him.
Give it a look here.
Krebs
But he
on
didn't
the
know
bottom.
anybody was up there.
Oh, yeah.
I guess he thought he had more of a hold than he did. Flipped up and over. Who's that on his outside? Forster?
JP. JP was to his outside. And fortunately, nowhere for him than JP to go. It just cleared up. I thought nobody was up there. See it here.
Didn't think JP would come off that aggressively off the corner, so stacked him up. Not Carlin Cure. Dominant night. Very reminiscent of Rylan Gray. And what he can do here, very reminiscent of what Andrew May could do if Cure wasn't here. That's probably what May would be doing.
It's always good bringing in new faces to the series and increasing the level of competition. I know May, he loves winning, but I know he'd probably like to win against some of the best.
Hayden Harvey sitting back there in the third spot, takes the green flag. They stacked up on the start. Mason Coffee stacked.
Oh,
around goes
Dudek,
around goes Coffee. They keep it all straight here. As, well, Coffee didn't. He spun around, but the caution came out. Looked like Cure may have stacked up the pack there.
Ooh. That's
or
very
Harvey
interesting.
stacked up the field. I think it was just a chain reaction incident. But I mean, I don't think this was really a restart issue. Just looked like they stacked up. Coffee got revved up, got into the back of the 055.
Great job keeping it straight. Will Coffee keep his position, though? That's the question. I don't think he will. Fortunate for him, just really got caught up in that with nowhere to go. So he'll start from the tail end in the 14th spot.
Single file restart.
Will be, yep. Because of that early one-lap caution, or caution one lap from the green flag. Oh, boy. Carlin Cure giving it to Andrew May. The Bedford sandwich. Shoving it down his throat. No comment?
Sorry, I was,
Here we go.
Will be reviewed after the race, that restart there, but the green flag is back in the air. As Andrew May trying to run down Carlin Cure, as Carlin in control so far, trying to get up there and hang on to this one. Hayden Harvey back there in the 055. Cody Meadows sitting there in the fourth position here and try to round it out the top five, but here comes Dudek trying to make that spot up. It was a slow start for Dudek tonight after a poor fast pass dash, poor start to his race, but now getting up there in the top five.
Yeah, good to see Dudek kind of rebound here after his not so good first half. Is just Andrew May seems to have nothing for Carlin Cure, and now May falls into the clutches of Hayden Harvey, as Harvey, who's been very fast all night long, just not the best luck, looks to get around the Season 2 champ as they go wheel to wheel here on the front stretch.
May getting the speed off the top right now. This is a very slick racetrack. If you just look at it from above, it is a black racetrack top to bottom on board here with Hayden Harvey. You can just see it's just slick all the way around. I mean, it's crazy. There's just very little moisture there going into the corner, but you're not faster down there, so it's not even worth it. But Carlin Cure bouncing right off against the wall. That cushion's still a good bit off the wall as Cure got real sideways there. Maybe he did that intentionally to get to the bottom, but I think Andrew May just reeled him in that lap.
Yeah, I think May really likes what he's seeing. We obviously know Cure is a very successful driver. As here comes Harvey. He looked at a slider, and he gets past May, but very successful driver on the slick. Once the track starts to slicken up is May, but see if he can cause Cure to possibly make a mistake, or maybe even Harvey if they go back at it for the second spot, or they were.
9 laps to go here in the Ironman, the longest race of the season. As these guys battle it out, Carlin Cure has been in control for this whole event so far, trying to finish this thing off in victory. Hayden Harvey slipped about a 10th back that time around. 2 drivers making their first feature events in the longest event of the season, while the guy who's won 5 races this season sits in 3rd. Cody Meadows back there in the 4th position, battling with Connor Dudek, that for a spot just inside the top 5 as Carlin Cure maintains his gap. Dudek slips off.
Forrester rebounded so far to that 6th spot. I don't know if he has much left in the tank of that 20 machine, as Kirker and Trotter behind him, as McCone fell back to the 9th spot, and JP rounds out your top 10. But all night long, it has been Carlin Cure and that 7 machine getting it done, as he has the 5 to go mark.
Lap traffic could be a factor, as that right there is 4 to go. Hayden Harvey has reeled in considerably right there in these closing laps, seeing what he can do. Going to be 3 to go this time around. 2 drivers making their first feature events of the season, and what a night this could be for both of them. Carlin Cure trying to hang on and win this thing, while Hayden Harvey trying to steal him from it. Now coming to 2 circuits to go around the Cedar Lake Speedway in the Ironman 55, the longest event of the season, while 2 guys are looking for their first career wins to etch their names in Quicktime glory. Harvey getting right up against the fence. 1 lap to go. He cuts to the bottom. Down into turn 1, side by side. Harvey trying to take the top spot away. They squeeze into the wall. They make contact. Harvey takes the top spot away. Carlin Cure there through 3 and 4 slips off of him. Hayden Harvey through contact wins the Ironman 55. But that one is going to be very controversial, as Carlin Cure says good race, so that contact must not be a huge thing to him. But Hayden Harvey, what a last lap as he takes that thing away from him in the last lap.
I called it early on. I said that 55 machine of Harvey is quick, and once he got that car fixed up and ready to go for the second half, the last 30 laps, he got it done. So congratulations to Hayden Harvey on his first win in his first race in the Quicktime iRacing Series.
Yeah, for sure. Big win for him.
And I honestly thought that for a second there, when those two made contact, that possibly it ruined both their chances and Andrew May could sneak away with the win.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
As Cure just absolutely dominated tonight's race, but lost it in the second to last corner. Unbelievable. Or third to last corner.
Cody Meadows going to take the Dirtman Photography Hard Charger Award this evening, because we're going to go to work with tonight's winner, Hayden Harvey. Hayden, it's Kelan in the booth. You got us.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, how about that? Closing laps. Carlin led pretty much the first 54, and then you ran him down in the closing laps, took that one away from him in the final corner, made a bit of contact, roughed each other up, but yeah, you both were all in good spirits at the end of the checkered flag. So what went on there throughout the race, and what did you find that gave you the ability to run him down?
Well, just early on in the race, I got caught up in a bad deal there. Just a bad race, and got loose coming out of 2 and came down and got on the, I forget his name, 20 car. We got together and wrecked. Felt bad for that. Car was pretty junked after that, so just did what I could to get back up to the front. And then in doing that, started feeling out different lines, figuring I can just use that time to figure out what would be the fastest. And I figured the bottom and middle was pretty good there for a little bit, and it just started falling away. By the time I got up to the top 5 in the second run there, it was basically all on the high side. So I just started running down there, got held up in 3rd for a little bit, but found a little bit of moisture, just a lane off the top out of 4, and just used that to my advantage. And I figured that's really what helped me win the race right there.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, we were watching on your onboard, and you were trying to work around Andrew May. Just track was black top to bottom. I don't know how you were finding anything. I saw the cushion was a little bit further off the fence than I thought it would be tonight. But that top was definitely the way to go. Bottom was not going to have anything for him. When that closing lap, you got around Carlin. So what happened in that final corner? You got there. I don't think you tried to squeeze them into the wall. I think it was just a racing deal between you two getting up there, taking the win. What went on in those that last circuit there?
Yeah, I got to him. Honestly, I did not think I was going to get that good of a run on him there. And coming out of 4, I got that little strip of moisture. He missed it. I saw him lap in and lap out. He'd hit it a couple times and he'd split it with his rear tire. So he was only getting it every other lap or so. And then I just kept hitting it every single lap and just being consistent on it. And finally, I got up on him, and next thing I know, I got that strip of moisture, and I was side by side with him. I didn't even know I was gonna be that close to him, and I figured we're this late in the race, and I'm right here. I have to make a move, so I went for kind of a half slider, and I was hoping it'd scare him and make him check up, but he did. He pulled a me and went for the ballsy move, and ended up getting the right rear. I didn't mean to right rear him like that. He tried running on around it, and there wasn't enough room. It was just hard racing, like you said. But
Yeah, it was a great race to watch. You running him down. He led the first 54, and then you came out there and you led the one that mattered in the longest race of the season. That's why it's the Ironman. It's just one of those great races, great spectacle, 55 laps. Awesome race tonight. Well, Hayden, first career win in your first ever race. So, got anybody you want to thank?
yeah, I just got to thank Austin Vanderpool for bringing me on the team. What it's been like 2 years ago now. It wouldn't be possible without him. I've come a long way with him and the whole team, Vanderpool Racing, and of course all our sponsors. I've been here since day one, and the new sponsors have been helping us, like Vanderpool Construction, Speed Shop 51, Ritz Motorsports Photography, Tim Sims, Chop House Race Products, Black Widow Designs, and AAA Designs. It wouldn't be possible without all of them guys, and of course you guys for putting this up.
All right. Well, congratulations on your win tonight. That's a $5 purse for the Ironman. So, congratulations, buddy.
Sweet. Thank you.
Hayden Harvey, first career win in his first career race, but the guy who came just short in a great race. You heard Hayden. I love getting up there with those experienced drivers because they're always like, he was missing that strip of moisture, and I'm blown away. I mean, that's stuff I never see out there, Shane. But it's crazy what these guys see on the racetrack as Carlin
Nuts.
Cure picking
Yeah.
up the P2 finish.
Nuts he found that. I'll ask Carlin if you maybe saw that out there on the racetrack. Hey, Carlin Cure, this is Shane DiMantova up in the broadcast booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. Very successful race for you. As you almost led all the laps there, but fell short right at the end there to Hayden Harvey. I know you guys were in good spirits at the end of that thing after the flag, but what do you got to say after a dominating performance like that, just coming up short in second?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a good event, like a fun 25 lap, um, first like heat race kind of thing feature, and then a break, and then another 30 laps. That was a lot of fun, and then yeah, Hayden got me at the end. I don't really care. He ran me down, and that was just kind of racing. He doored me. That was fun. But yeah, good. Kind of redeemed myself from last week running at Kokomo with you guys, and had a pretty bad first run with this league.
I was going to mention that. We really didn't see much of Kokomo. I don't know if you kind of left after that whole issue thing happened, but would you have done, back to tonight, would you have done anything different in turn 2 on the final lap with Harvey coming behind you?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I could have tried to block him maybe a little bit more in the middle or something, but it was a fun race all in all. I like that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and Harvey just found something. It seemed like you didn't in the closing laps. He really had a damaged race or car in the first half of the race, and he said he was finding a little bit of moisture out there and kind of following that path. Did you see any moisture out there? Because I know that track was really slick at the end.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he was just kind of. I have no idea. He was probably just ripping super hard against the wall. I was just trying not to tear anything up. I was just trying to run the laps and get it home. But I saw him in my mirror and I tried to find something, but I couldn't, and he got me.
All right, Carlin, to finish up here tonight, anybody you want to thank for your dominating night and second place finish?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Kligerman Sport, Velocity Sim Lab, Valvoline, Chevy Performance, Connecticut Reality Trust, JDR Graphics, Eraser, and Lux Foods.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us here tonight from the Cedar Lake Speedway for the Ironman 55. Hopefully, we could see you on the 20th at Knoxville for the Christmas race.
Yep. Thank you guys. Probably will.
Sweet. Well, that was your second place finisher of Carlin here. Always a pleasure to have a pro driver in the series like him. And speaking of pro, somebody who's almost pro just came up short in the third spot in the number 31 M machine.
Andrew, it's Kelan. You got us.
Hello, Kelan. Hello, Shane.
Hello.
Hello.
P3 run today. You got up there. Those that 007 and 055. They were pretty quick. So I don't know. What do you think you could have done different? I mean, they were smoking the field. Got up there and nobody else could really touch them.
Yeah, they're running a little bit lower than I was. They were kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but they'd take a lower entry than I was. But whenever I'd go into it, I don't know if I was carrying too much speed because I was ripping the very top and would just get a little too cross there whenever I try to run the middle. Or not really the middle, it's like the middle topish. I don't know how to explain what they were doing, but yeah, it's pretty fast. But I lost a lot of momentum there at the end. Hayden sent a slider on me, and I got a little too high, and he put it right on my nose, which I can't complain. He's racing hard, I'm racing hard, we didn't hit. So and that killed all my momentum up top that I had. But hey, I mean, third's a lot better than eighth in a B main, so I can't complain.
I mean, for sure, a great recovery drive from what happened on Monday night at Lima.
Well, even from what happened in qualifying.
Yeah, I mean, that's
last to third.
Took
slow time. When was the last time you went
dump.
slow time?
Never. Never.
Went slow time. And then in the heat, you got up there, ended up starting on pole in the B main, and won that thing. Have you ever won a B main in this league?
Yeah, I'm 3 out of 4 winning B mains.
I didn't even know you made that many B mains.
I made 2 last year and 2 this year so far, so I got to stop making B mains.
Yeah, stop making
Yeah.
B mains. Well,
Not great.
P3 finished tonight.
Still can't get a hard charger.
B main bay.
Yeah, I thought you had it tonight. I was reviewing stuff, and before I noticed that Cody Meadows started in 15th, I was like, Andrew got a hard charger. What?
Nope.
And then
Cody has to ruin everything for me, I guess.
wow.
Whoa.
No, I'm just kidding. Everybody, I mean, this is a really good, clean race tonight, which I'm surprised by because how slick the
After the
track
first
was.
10 laps or so, I was
Yeah.
pretty.
It was a good race, so I can't complain throughout the field. I mean, I don't know what happened behind me, but I went, 8th to 2nd in 5 laps or whatever. So, or 10th to 2nd. Sorry, my memory's gone apparently.
Yeah, well, you still had a good drive. Got up there P3. The points gap. I think you put maybe another point or two on Cody Meadows. Not too much, but you do extend it a little bit. So the points gap extended a little bit, and now taking a week off, then we come back at Knoxville, where last time we ran there in the Knoxville Nationals, you picked up the victory. So trying to get some momentum because Knoxville is coming up. It's not too far out of the picture. Got a bit of a practice race on Monday, 25 laps, Christmas event. So maybe you'll bring out a Christmas wrap for us, huh?
Yeah, I have one plan. I just haven't pulled it out. I pulled this one out because I think it's pretty sweet. I know Shane's a big fan. So,
Not the only thing you
this-
pulled out.
Oh. Anyways,
News.
yeah, big unit design's just some good work, huh? So
Yeah.
No corn dog news tonight. So
no corn dog moves. That's absolutely right. No corn dog in general. So
yeah, well, you got anybody you want to thank?
yeah, I want to thank all of the series partners: A&B Outdoors, Advantage Direct, Krebs Designs, Dirtman Photography, Dirt Track USA, Exo Consulting, Iceman Designs, K1 Race Gear, McDonald's of Waynesville, North Carolina, and Shane DiMantova Designs. Elite Performance Industries, Dirt Heathen Racing Apparel, ASC Electronic Repair, Curry Excavating. The last couple streams keep getting cut out whenever I say Battery Boys, so I want to thank Battery Boys
Who?
a lot.
Who?
Battery Boys of Bedford, PA.
Who?
So, and TW Vance Trucking and Byron's Car Wash. So we're gonna get this thing
Byron's.
scrubbed up and ready for Knox. Yeah, we're gonna get her scrubbed up and ready for Knoxville.
Hey, thank you to Battery Boys of Bedford, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
forget about
thank you
them.
guys. Yeah. Well, every time I say it, you get your internet dies and nobody hears it. So.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I gotta.
What is happening?
I don't know. I just looked at the group chat and I about lost it. So. All right. Well, thanks for
Gosh.
thanks for joining us tonight, Andrew. P3 finish. Look forward to seeing you Monday.
Hey, yeah, I'll be there. Thanks for streaming, guys.
Yes, sir.
Love you.
See ya.
Andrew May picking up the P3 finish tonight as now our Dirtman Photography Hard Charger Award winner, Cody Meadows.
Here's our Dirtman Photography Hard Charger, Cody Meadows. Hey, Cody, first off, you got us here in the booth.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Congratulations on your 4th place finish and the Dirtman Photography Hard Charge as your Dirtman Photography Hard Charger award-winning driver. You started in the 15th spot and really started off on a bad note, making contact with May in your heat, and then you had to fight your way through the B main.
Yeah, it was an interesting race today. Certainly, I wish it would have went better, but I mean, I'll take a 4th place. I mean, let me rephrase that. I wish the start of it would have went better, but um, uh, good starting spot, 2nd place in the heat. Had a little mishap. Still able to go through the B main and make it to the feature, which I'm very happy about. I really put my card through the works on getting that first segment of the 55 out. Went from the nearly dead last to 3rd, I believe. Yeah, and then walk away with 4th place. I mean, I couldn't ask for nothing better.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that 4th place. I know. Moving to a different topic here, and after the recent passing of your uncle due to COVID, is we'd like to give you our sincere apologies for that. But I know 4th wasn't the best finish here tonight, but it definitely probably felt good to get back out there on the racetrack and kind of race form, I guess you could say.
Yes, sir, for sure. I mean, yesterday was a interesting one. I was able to find a photo and throw it on my hood of my Xfinity Toyota Supra in a different league. So that was the big memorial, I guess you could say. I'm just gonna throw that out there, but I had talked to Andrew a little bit in the waiting room, and he asked me if I didn't I do a sprint car, and I just didn't think about it. It was a one hitter quitter on that Xfinity car, and I'm glad I did it. Family's going good. I mean, I guess you could say. I mean, it's just one of those things, and not to mention, I had a cousin pass away like 2-3 weeks ago, so it's been a real rough way for my family at the moment.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I'm very sorry about the passing of that, and I know you let me know you reached out when it first happened, and I wished it would have gotten better, but unfortunately it didn't. But anyways, moving on to back to the racing side of things here is now we got one more race left before Christmas. You got Christmas at Knoxville. Are you looking forward to that event? I know you're very successful there last season.
Yeah, but Knoxville's a fun track. I mean, you just got to figure out the lane quick. I mean, the one big thing that hits to mind when we bring up Knoxville is the battle I had with Rylan Gray last season. That's the most memorial battle that I've had in Knoxville that just hits to mind immediately. Um, I'm really excited. I just want the rest of the season to go like last season. Just start getting better finishes and get these points in, man.
Anyways, finish off here, Cody. Obviously, I'd like to thank you. I know you probably don't hear that much, but thank you for joining us ever since season 1. But anybody you want to thank?
Big thanks to Ryan Billy Racing for allowing me to jump on board when after things went down with my old team. I'd like to thank 246 Graphics, Saints of Speed, Keftron Media, RKM Setup Shop, Runaway Chassis. I'd like to thank A&B Outdoors, Advantage Direct, Krebs Designs, Dirtman Photography, Dirt Track USA, XO Consulting, Iceman Designs, K1 Race Gear, and Shane DiMantova Designs. I probably said K1 twice, but that's my bad. And big shout out to y'all two in the booth making these races come to life every time we have the races, and it just everybody that comes out and watches as well.
It's always a pleasure to see you kind of grow and change over the past couple seasons, Cody. As usual, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
You too. So that was Cody Meadows, your Dirtman photographer photographer. He's not the photographer. Dirtman Photography or Charger at Cedar Lake in the Ironman 55 is basically wraps up our race tonight.
Yeah, I mean, a great race. I mean, that was I'm very pleased with how these guys raced out here tonight. Had a good, clean race after the first 10 laps or so, and then did we even have an incident caution after Did we have an
I
incident
think we had
caution in that
one.
last one? That's pretty good. I mean, that's like vintage Quicktime right there. Getting out there and having a one caution, keeping it green the rest of the way. Great race, and great race for Carlin Cure. Hayden Harvey putting on a great show tonight for the fans at home. Of course, the championship leader Andrew May P3 finish, very solid run for him, and it was a good race. I really enjoyed this one.
I enjoyed it too. Got any last words before our Christmas race? I'm coming with some Christmas spirit. I don't know about you. I know the drivers are, so we'll get a little decked out for the stream.
Yeah, we'll get some Christmas stuff going. We'll get some music for y'all. Maybe some jingle bells.
Next Monday, here
Next
on
Monday.
the QuickTime
December
YouTube,
20th.
as usual.
Gonna be some fun as we slowly get closer to the holiday season. This is our second to last race in the month of December before we head to the Christmas event in Knoxville on December 20th. Then we're off 2 weeks for Christmas break before we come back for the. Guess what, Shane? Guess what's after that? Guess. The.
Hang on.
It's
Dirt
the
Track
big.
at USA for the Shane DiMantova Designs Deep South Swing. 4 nights of the
4 nights.
2 nights at the Dirt Track at Charlotte Speedway, and then we head to the last Coliseum, the Bristol Motor Speedway on dirt for night number 3 and 4 of the Shane DiMantova Designs Deep South Swing.
Swing. That gets me pumped. You need to make like a promo video for those 4 nights. That's gonna be insane. Then we got the Kings Royal Iceman Designs Nationals, then the Knoxville Nationals. There's no signs of letting up, as every race from here on out is just gonna be insane. Great racing. Gonna have some fun. I'm pumped for it. As we close out tonight from the Ironman 55, the longest stream of the season. So thanks everybody for sticking it out with us. Big shout out to everybody at A&B Outdoors, Advantage Direct, Krebs Designs, Dirtman Photography, Dirt Track USA, Exo Consulting, Iceman Designs, Kelan Race Gear, McDonald's of Waynesville, North Carolina, and Shane DiMantova Designs, and all our other partners who hop on board and help us out week after week. Big shout out to all our supporters on the stream. Of course, my mom, a constant supporter, Miss Tanya Forster, a great supporter, Emma Washington, great supporter, Cable Hunter Racing Network came out, Julie Robinson, Andrew May, a bunch of people coming
Fast
out.
Daddy 31, the old unit.
Fast Daddy 31, Mason Coffee.
Yeah.
Big shout out to all of them. So thank you guys all for tuning in, and hopefully we get to see you guys next Monday. The Christmas event in Knoxville, going to be 25 laps there before we deck the halls and have some Christmas action. Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Who are we?
And who are we? Sorry, I'm Kelan Belsha. You're Shane DiMantova.
Am I?
Oh,
I'm
are you?
Kelan Belsha.
What? Hang on. That's not real.
That's not me. That picture is
That's
not me. You gotta flip them. Yeah.
Gotta flip them.
Yeah. Anyways.
There we go. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us this evening, and we look forward to seeing you December 20th for some Christmas race action. Hopefully we'll have some Christmas schemes, some Christmas stream, some Christmas spirit in the air. It's going to be fun.
No Grinches like Cameron McCone.
No Grinches. No Grinches allowed in the chat that night. Thank you guys. All right. Have a good night, everyone.